let's cover how to create tileable patterns out of your images. So we'll go to 02 clone stamp, and you can see I have a nice texture here. It's some type of metal or chalkboard. And a way to test if something is tileable is go to filter other offset. Filter other offset. And when you do that, in fact, hold on, it pulled up in my other monitor. I'll bring this over. There we go. I can control exactly how to offset my texture. Basically, it's saying, okay, I'm pushing it 1,000 pixels to the right, and any pixel that comes, that far off will come around and loop back around. So what we're really looking at is the top and the bottom where they're meeting there, and the left and right where they're meeting here. And so all I have to do is offset this. I'll offset it just enough so it's, it doesn't have to be perfect, but so that way it's around in the middle. Just makes it easier. And then I'm going to make a new layer and use my clone stamp. Both clone stamp and healing brush will work for this. So I'll, option click and paint. And I might, in this case, notice how you're seeing the color difference. So I'll switch it over to healing brush. And I just want to get rid of that edge or that seam. Just option clicking in different areas. While I'm here, that texture did have a very bright center. And that center is going to be, repeated over and over and over again. So I'm going to take some of these colors and just sample them. Actually, I'll grab my regular clone stamp. I'm going to break up that center just a little bit. All right, we'll do this. Maybe over here. And by the end, let's see, something like that. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Now, the only way to test it is we go ahead and need to merge these together or make them smart objects. But in this case, I'm just going to select them both and say merge. Merge layers. And now I'll run my filter again. Filter other offset. And you can see, yeah, it's working. All right. No matter where I go, I'm not seeing any seams, excuse me. And to test it, I'll just select all, Command A, and I'm going to say Edit, Define Pattern. And I'll test that pattern using an adjustment layer. Let me deselect first. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Adjustment layer pattern. And let me just reduce its scale. Okay, now we're not seeing the seam. The only thing we're really seeing is that white center. So we might want to go in there and clone stamp a little bit more, kind of get rid of these white highlights. But regardless, we got rid of those seams, and now it's a tileable pattern.